Hello, this is 86, the No Huntsville show about Huntsville food culture. I'm Chef Jeremy Esterly of Fat Sammy's.
And I'm Chef Ruth Mercado of A.M. Booth Lumberyard.
And we brought our friend and local food and beverage specialist, Philip Ora, to talk today about a dish that Ruth prepared. So you want to tell us a little bit about what we're going to do here today?
So today we will be cooking Ginataan, chicken adobo, which is a Filipino dish that my family has cooked since I was a little girl. If a Filipino was asked what's the national dish, it would be chicken adobo.
We finished breaking down our chicken. Now we're outside at the lumberyard. We're getting ready to start cooking. You want to tell us about all the ingredients here and then tell us a little bit about the dish itself and why you chose to cook it?
So the dish we're cooking is Ginataan, chicken adobo, which is my dad's recipe.
Nice.
So now I'm going to add some sunflower oil.
The pan's nice and hot.
It is really hot.
You go ahead and get a nice sear on all these chicken.
That's right. And that's what you want to hear. You want to hear that sizzling. A lot of Filipino food really is about entertainment and social
family.
gathering.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so we make everything in big quantities, nothing small. So one of the key ingredients to anything, salt,
Season heavily.
salt.
All right, so next, well, you've got a list of stuff here. You've got bay leaves, some fresh crushed garlic, toasted peanuts. These are Fresno chilies, is that right?
These are cashews.
Cashews,
I love cashews because
Right.
it's sweeter. And with the vinegar that we're using, it's a cane vinegar, so it's more acidic than the regular vinegar that you would find
So it'll help kinda
in the
cut
grocery
that.
store. Yes. So a little sweetness and a lot of acidity. A little cilantro for garnish and coconut milk. That's going to be our gravy in the end to thicken it all
Yep.
up and bind it.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
That's what you want.
Get some nice caramelization
Yeah.
on the skin. Nice.
And since the hottest part of this whole pot, which we call in the Philippines a palayok,
You know what that translates into? It's similar to a wok, right?
Yes, yeah, except a wok is deeper and a palayok is a little bit shallower. A little bit more
Like a paella pan almost?
no, like a disca.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're
because
talking about.
Philippines was colonized by the Spaniards, so
Right.
they brought a lot of their ingredients. Their vinegar and the way they stew things, bay leaves. You know, the cilantro is very Asian, so this dish really is just a mixture of kind of the East and the West.
And cultures,
yes.
yeah.
And then I'm gonna make a little pocket where we can see that oil. And this is when I add
The garlic first?
all the garlic.
Nice. A lot of garlic, don't be shy.
You know, you can't have too much garlic. I also like to add the bay leaf. We want the garlic also to caramelize, and we want that bay leaf to really be bruised, and so that all that flavor kind of infuses in the chicken. My grandma taught my dad, and my dad would cook this for us whenever he came back. You know, he was actually my dad was a merchant marine, and so he was away a lot. But whenever he did come home,
That was a special thing he did
this
for
would be
you.
the dish that would be made.
Nice. So it's got some sentimental value as well, yeah?
This dish, it is the basis of a chicken adobo, but we're gonna do a little bit of a twist on it where we add coconut. So that's where ginataan, that word.
And you told me earlier that word means coconut, basically.
Coconut.
Got it.
Yes. What you were talking about earlier has happened. That sizzling and that simmering.
Yeah, it's quieted down
Yes.
a lot.
So this really is what's telling me that it's time for the vinegar. I like to go around the edges, and that will pool in the bottom. And where that pieces of meat is brown, that's left behind the same kind of caramelization in the pan.
And as that cooks down, it's going to sweeten like most other vinegars do. So it'll be like a tangy sweetness left behind.
Okay, so now it's been simmering for about 15 minutes, and I think it's time to see what it looks like. Jeremy, you'll see that the vinegar is it's almost reduced to nothing.
Almost like a syrup now, right?
Yeah, thick gravy. Smells really good. So at this point, I think it's time to add the soy sauce. So I'm gonna just give it a good 1, 2, and that's it. Remember, we've already added some salt in the beginning, and adding too much soy would just make it too salty. I think it's time for the coconut milk.
Okay.
So again, in the edges, just pouring it. So it will make it thick. It smells sweet, and you'll see all the pieces of garlic in there.
And it smells like everything you love. Like it's
the
that
bay
tangy,
leaf,
creamy, delicious.
I'm gonna turn up the heat even more. This is the part that makes an adobo just okay to awesome.
Right.
It's taking the time to like really simmer
Absolutely.
it, get it really reduced. all that extra
Don't be
water.
lazy with it at this point. You put that much time in.
Yeah, all the water from the coconut milk, it's gonna evaporate and it's just gonna become cream.
Yeah.
I think we're there.
I think so. Looks good.
At this point, I like to bastardize
Twist it up a little bit.
my family's recipe. For me,
I
it's a
agree.
little bit of heat, a little bit of sweetness, and a little bit more herbs.
Yeah.
Keep it fresh.
Always with the herbs, man.
So again, that's where we want to put the cashews, and it just makes it look really pretty too. And that cashew is gonna get into that gravy, and I mean, that in itself is a really good dish. And then I've got these Fresno chilies.
My favorite chili pepper for real. They're
And
good.
it's pretty and colorful.
It's like a milder jalapeno.
And then, you know, there's the green
Mm-hmm.
cilantro.
And that's the dish.
That's Ginataan chicken adobo.
This stuff, I mean, it looks incredible. So I think it's time to eat. We've been talking about it. We've looked at it. You've cooked it. Let's eat.
What I brought with me today is the Gotas de Mar 2017 Albarino. It's from a little place in Spain called Rías Baixas. Why I thought it would go good with this dish is obviously, you know, you get a little bit of spice in there, the coconut milk, cashews and everything. This wine has a little bit of pineapple going onto it, as well as a little bit of white peach, and just really good aromatics on it. Albarino is kind of like a cross between Pinot Grigio and Sauvignon Blanc. So it's kind of got those aromatics you'd find like a Sauvignon Blanc, but the really high acidity that you get from a Pinot Grigio. I think it led into a great little pairing here.
So Ruth, thank you so much. This meal was amazing. I'm Chef Jeremy.
And I'm Chef Ruth.
And you've been watching 86th.